guys, welcome to Unit 5 in Com 110. So I'm going to walk you through the assignments for this week. We are reading Chapter 7 that deals with nonverbal communication. So when we think about nonverbal communication, it is one of the broadest types of communication because it basically encompasses everything that is not using language. Okay, so when we think about the use of language, which we'll talk about next week, it is the use of talking, any written forms of communication, so text messages, posting something on social media, emails, etc. Even sign language is considered a form of verbal communication because it does use a language. So nonverbal communication is pretty much anything else. You'll see in the reading, it goes from your eye contact to how you use your body to give off how you're feeling, your use of space, the clothes you wear, basically your use of territory, the car you drive, all of those things are considered quote unquote nonverbal communication. So lots of things. It's something that we spend a lot of time trying to assess from other people. So we will give it its due this week. So in addition to the reading, highly suggest you watch the lecture on nonverbal communication. It's a nice complement to your reading this week, and we'll go right along with your textbook. Okay, so sort of a lighter week, especially after we're getting, off of some of those heavier topics. So just a read and response, again, use the definitions from your textbook. This textbook has, we're just getting a very quick view of nonverbal communication. We're only going to spend one unit on it. So this is going to be used to highlight the different types of nonverbal communication. And then our other assignment is a great TED Talk. This is a TED Talk by Amy Cuddy and really goes through how you utilize your body language. And in this, she's going to talk about power distances, and how you can show high power, low power, depending on the way that your body is positioned. So some really interesting research, and certainly something that we can easily apply to our own lives, whether that is if we are in a job setting, or we need to stick up for ourselves in an interpersonal relationship or anything like that. Just thinking about how we look visually to another person and how that can both change their view of us, but how we can also change our view of ourselves by changing our power poses. So again, you will like this. It's really interesting research. Think about, from what you learned in the video, how your body language changes based on power. So what does a high power stance or body language look like? What is low power? Give a couple of specific examples from the study that researchers found related to nonverbals and how they govern how we think and feel about ourselves. Again, make sure to give some detailed examples there. And then how might you incorporate this in your own life? Like I said, it might come easily when you're thinking in a work situation, but there are many alternate uses for this, whether it's in one-on-one confrontations or in small group settings, different things like that. So I hope you will enjoy this and enjoy learning a little bit about power poses. And then other than that, we have our Unit 5 quiz. So it really is a light week this week. You're spending the majority of your time with the TED Talk. And my biggest suggestion on that one is just to make sure you pull specific research from the talk. That's where people miss some points sometimes. They're kind of vague on what the talk said, but there are some specific research points that the talk expands upon. So make sure to pull that. All right. Have a great week. Let me know if you have any